Welcome to Mama Joyce's Country Cooking. So glad y'all stopped by again.
Good afternoon, family. Welcome back to Mama Joyce's Country Cooking. Today we're doing several things in different segments because of what we're cooking, but we decided to make some potato salad as an extra dish because our other potato salad recipe, for some reason, it got lost through the stuff we went through. So today we're using 6. We've got Yukon potatoes because they're yellow. And I didn't notice this until today. I've always bought the Idaho and they're white. But today I noticed when I tasted of one of these yellow potatoes, they're sweet. They have a sweet texture to them. So always remember that if you're cooking with them, they're going to add a sweetness instead of just a regular bland potato. So I learned something today, and I'm 71. So we got our 6 potatoes. They're all ready to go. And now to this, I'm going to add about a half a cup of chopped onions. Now you be your judge. If you like a whole lot more onions, I have a whole cup here. You can put the whole thing in it. But I think for 6 potatoes, half a cup of onions will be fine. Okay, and I have a sweet relish. I'd rather have the chunks, but they didn't have them in the grocery store, so we got the sweet relish. And I'm going to put a little of this. And people that like dill pickle potato salad, you can also use the dill chips or the dill relish. It will work just fine. Just don't mix. If you mix them, you're going to get a whole lot of mixed up flavors. Just stick to what you like. I'm doing traditional, just basic potato salad. So if you want to spice yours up, put everything you want to in it, from apples to walnuts to anything like that. Just make it yours. So we're going to add 2 spoonfuls of this relish. I'd rather it been chunky, but it's not, so we're using what we got to get. And now I got 5 boiled eggs. And I'm only going to go through these real quick. I'm just slicing through just 4 times. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to chunk it. I'd rather have it chunked than just little tiny pieces. And we're going through it again. Just go through the egg till you hit your hand. Then through the other side. Then you're going to turn it up and you're going to chunk it off. And it's going to fall apart as you're going with it. And if it happens to be too chunky, just give it a flip with a knife.
Y'all, if you like potato salad, I'm telling you, y'all need to try this recipe. I know I say this a lot, but her potato salad is to die for.
And it's basically because I made it my own. What I liked in it. It's nothing fancy or nothing special. Just what I like to eat. I kept fooling with it through the years till I got it to taste just like I wanted it to taste, and that's what I stuck with. To me, it's a traditional. It's mine. So I don't have to worry what's going in it. I already know what I'm going to put in it. And when you know what you're cooking, you know what's going in it, you can work much faster instead of wondering and worrying and trying to look up stuff to put in it. No, just make your own little recipe. Start with something traditional and just keep adding to it until you get it the way you want it. Now, some people, when they use dill, they do all the dill stuff. Dill weed, dill chips, dill chunks. But I like to stick to celery on a potato salad. Celery seed. So we got some celery seed. And I'm just going to sprinkle that, like you probably would, maybe a little more than you would black pepper. That's probably a good teaspoonful. And then I'm going to put just a tab of mustard. And believe it or not, I used to put the mustard, about a teaspoonful of mustard, in the white potatoes to turn it yellow. But now you can get the yellow potatoes and you don't really have to put the mustard in them. But I like mustard, so that's the reason I put it in there. And now we're going to the mayonnaise. We're going to add a little salt too while we add it. A little bit of black pepper. And I'm going to add maybe a teaspoonful of sugar. Measure it in your hand. Get you a good teaspoonful sugar. Over and it goes, and that's all. Then we're going to add our mayonnaise. Now I prefer blue plate. That's just me. I'm a blue plate girl. Any mayonnaise will work, whatever you like. I'm going to start with maybe a cupful of blue plate. Close to a cup anyway. And now we're going to spread it around. Just start folding it over till you get all the mayonnaise blended, and everything else will be blended too. Once you start getting it all blended, then you can take your spoon and go around and around 2 or 3 times and get it all nice and blended. And now, there we have it. And if it was to be a little bit, let's see, how do I say, a little bit thicker than you'd like for it to be, you can always add you a little bit of milk to it. Make it a little bit more, what am I looking for? Not real thick, but make it a little more creamier. Just don't overdo the milk. Maybe a 1/4 of a cup would be fine if you thought it needed to be a little bit more movable than what you see here, which this is fine to me. This is the way I like to eat it. And what else can I say? except it's good. It's taste time, so I'm going to taste it. Not with that, but with this. That is good. Double up, thumbs up for me and my recipe. So you try it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Good to see you today, and I'll be back again. Bye. God bless and have a beautiful day from Mama Joyce.